Love is in the air, but tonight, Vengeance Day over at the Capitol Wrestling Center. Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is the Kid, DC Wrestling, back at it again with another video. Tonight was NXT Takeover Vengeance Day. This was the 33 NXT Takeover pay-per-view event, and this was actually the first Vengeance Day, Vengeance pay-per-view since the 2011 pay-per-view. Also, this will be the final NXT TakeOver event to air on the American version of the WWE Network before the WWE Network officially merges with Peacock starting on March 18th. Now, before I get into this review, I just want to talk about some news here. One of the big things happening from the show was actually before the show, we saw the debut of Eli Drake. For those who don't know, Eli Drake used to be wrestling for NWA, but then the pandemic came and just shut NWA down. Shut NWA down to the point where NWA had to go into a partnership with AEW just so that they could still keep the shows running and stuff. But, Eli Drake, I would say he had a pretty good run. I remember the matches that he had with Nick Aldis over the NWA World Championship. Those were some pretty cool matches. But Eli Drake is here. Eli Drake is in a much bigger promotion. He is in NXT. I think Eli Drake is going to do pretty good in NXT. He's great on the mic. Very great wrestler. And again, if you don't know who Eli Drake is, I highly recommend you go see some of his matches in WA. Mainly in particular, Nick Aldis. But, yeah. So we kick off the night with the Women's Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic Finals. And the winners, which was Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez, will be receiving a future WWE Women's Tag Team Championship match. So, Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez defeat Ember Moon and Shotzi Blackheart. Now, I gotta say, Ember Moon and Shotzi, keep them as a tag team. As much as, I love them as singles competitors because they're really good, especially Shotzi. I think she has a future. But I just felt them more as a tag team tonight. So, if you want to, you can still keep them as a tag team for a little bit. But Raquel and Dakota had to go over tonight because you have to build Raquel up. So it's obviously they're going to get a future women's tag team championship opportunity. I don't know when that's gonna happen. I don't know if it's gonna be at. Well, it's not going to be an Elimination Chamber, but I don't know if it's going to be on NXT. I don't know if it's going to be at the next NXT TakeOver. I mean, hell, is there even going to be another NXT TakeOver? Like, are they going to do one for WrestleMania? But, like I said, man, Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez get the win. This was a great opener. I couldn't see any other match to open up the show, in my opinion. This was a great match, man. I mean, all over the place, but in the end, Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez get the win. And again, I had no really problems with this match, and I'm just happy that Dakota and Raquel won. All right, so we have the singles match for the NXT North American Championship, and as the great Mauro Ronaldo has says, Johnny Gargano has broken more hearts than Valentine's Day, which is a fucking terrible. Just a terrible pun joke. Good Lord. When it love Mauro, great commentator, but man, when it comes to those puns, cringe, just downright cringe. But anyways, we're getting sidetracked here. So this was a really good match. Johnny Gargano, I actually thought Kushida was going to win here, but the fact that Gargano won and he actually beat Kushida clean was like, damn. So I guess Trips doesn't want Kushida to be the one to take the title off Gargano. It seems like with what's going on with Dexter Lumis, seeing he, did what he did with Austin Theory, looks like that they're setting up Dexter Lumis versus Johnny Gargano for the North American Championship, which is the next feud they're most likely going to go into. But I don't know about you guys, Kushida, I don't know what the hell Kushida going to do now, because he can't go after the NXT title. Because he can't, he just lost. I don't know. This is probably, he'll probably pull a Hideo Itami and go to the 205 Live division and, not really do nothing well before getting released. Not saying I don't want Kushida to get released, but, I don't know. Anyways, we have, in my opinion, the match of the night for the men's Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic Finals, which the winners who won the match will be receiving the NXT Tag Team Championship match in the future. MSK versus the Grizzled Young Veterans. Guys, this match, in my opinion, was match of the night. Now, the main event was pretty good. I thought the women's match was okay for what it was worth. But this men's tag team match was, in my personal opinion, match of the night. Just all over the place. Back and forth. High spots. Low spots. Just crazy, man. And, even though Grizzled Young Veterans didn't get the win here, and it sucks because this is the second time that the Grizzled Young Veterans didn't become the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic winners, but, they just looked really amazing in this match. And MSK, like I said, you got to build up, your new tag teams, and I think this is a good way to build up MSK. So I think MSK, deserves this opportunity as much as the Grizzled Young Veterans is a pretty good tag team. Really good tag team, I should say. So, yeah. Now, I do have a small nitpick with this match, though. Yes, there's a small nitpick. The near falls. The near falls got just a little bit, in my personal opinion, just a little bit out of hand. But that's just like a small little nitpick. Overall, the match was great. But, one of the main problems that I've had with NXT over the years, is the near falls. Like the constant falls finishes and near falls after near falls after near falls after near falls. I've said it before and I said it again. It does not need to take me to use my finisher 11 times to win the match. Back in the day, you use a finisher once or twice and that's the end of the match. So just a small little nitpick. So for all you NXT darlings, all you NXT diehard NXT fans that are, but I thought the match was good. I'm not saying the match was bad. I just thought that small little nitpick again, the near falls. Too many near falls. So we get the semi-main event of the evening, the triple threat match for the NXT Women's Championship. Io Shirai versus Toni Storm and Mercedes Martinez. Again, in my personal opinion, I like Toni Storm as a face. I don't know about you guys. I just like her more as a face. She just, to me, I don't know about to you guys, but to me, she just felt more natural as a baby face. And Mercedes Martinez, like I said, obviously I knew she was going to take the pin tonight. There's no way, Toni Storm was going to take the pin. But yeah, man, Io wins. Io wins, as always. Io will, retains her title. And I think, what they're going to do here next, I really think they should do Io versus Raquel next. So I think Raquel, and I even said in the predictions, man, Raquel could be a strong candidate. No, the candidate to take the title off Io Shirai. So, again, Toni Storm and Mercedes Martinez tried, but Io came out on top. And again, I think Raquel should be the one to take, because honestly, I can't see any other woman on the roster that can take the title off Io, in my opinion. Shotzi, she already had a chance. Ember, I just don't see it. Toni, she had a chance. Mercedes, she had a chance. Dakota, she had a chance. The only real woman that I see that can really take the title off Io is Raquel, because Raquel, who's not champion, is quite possibly the biggest woman in the women's division. All right, so we get the main event. Finn Balor versus Pete Dunne for the NXT Championship. This is a pretty good match. Yeah, it was pretty good. I did not think Pete Dunne was going to win at all, obviously. Well, he didn't, but we obviously knew that Balor would win. I don't think, name me one person in the NXT thought that Balor wasn't going to win. Because what was the point of having Dunne? And, if Dunne was to win the title, what would be the point? He's going to lose it to Cross. That's the match that they're going for. Cross and Balor is going to happen, okay? It's not going to be Balor versus Edge. Edge is not going to challenge for the NXT Championship. I know all you NXT darlings was loving Edge on Wednesday this past, 2 weeks, but Edge doesn't need the NXT Championship. What would he possibly do with the NXT Championship? That is the equivalent of Charlotte Flair coming down and challenging for the NXT Championship in the first place. So he doesn't need it. Edge is going after Roman. Balor needs to drop the title to Cross. Cross is entering a feud with Santos Escobar, but they're going to be facing each other on this Wednesday, so Cross is going to win that one. Which is kind of weird because Santos Escobar is a heel, and Karrion Kross is a heel. Both heels are going at it, and Kross ain't even a cruiserweight. Like, Santos Escobar is a cruiserweight. He's the cruiserweight champion. But, like I said, man, Balor wins, good. They need to do this match, Balor versus Kross. And Balor actually said in an interview that the Demon will be coming back. So, again, I know everybody's been excited for the Demon, even though it's just Finn Balor putting on paint. But the Demon's coming back. Balor confirmed that the Demon is coming back. So, honestly, in my personal opinion, like, why would he use it against Kross? Like, really, why would he use it against Kross? I mean, I don't know, because he's going to lose. But for those who didn't know, Balor has actually lost in the Demon paint before. Like, if you go back and watch his match against Samoa Joe at NXT TakeOver the End in the Steel Cage match, he lost, and he was the Demon. But anyways, I don't want to waste any more time here because I'm almost 12 minutes into this review, and I don't want to make this an hour-long review. So that was my NXT TakeOver Vengeance Day. I hope everybody had a wonderful Valentine's Day. I'm not really a huge fan of Valentine's, to be honest with you, and it's not just because I don't have a significant other, but it's just, man, Valentine's Day, loving people. We should love people every day, you know what I mean? Especially with this crazy world we live in. But, like I said, man, that was my NXT TakeOver Vengeance Day. I hope you enjoyed it. Oh, before I end this video, speaking of NXT, I got a very special video that's going to be coming out tomorrow. It's the one, in my opinion, it's one of the most underrated feuds in NXT that I'm surprised a lot of people in the wrestling community hasn't hardly been talking about. And you will see it when I drop the video tomorrow. Now, I can't really give you an estimate time. I mean, like an actual time. If I could name a time, maybe 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the afternoon, somewhere around that. But it's going to be about a certain NXT feud. So you can drop it in the comment section and, say, which feud am I going to talk about. But it's a feud that I'm surprised a lot of people in the wrestling community have been talking about. Like, it hasn't really been getting attention, especially when when the match first happened. But, again, that's going to happen. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, subscribe. Let's get this platform up and running. Again, like I said, you guys are the real MVPs. And, yeah.